when kindness meets repeated disappointment. You rarely see a kind person become cold overnight. It happens slowly, quietly, through 1,000 moments where their warmth was taken for granted. They keep giving, believing their gentleness matters. They keep showing up, hoping someone will do the same for them. But kindness becomes painful when it's one-sided. With every ignored message, every broken promise, every silent dismissal, a piece of their warmth cracks. This is where coldness begins, not from hatred, but from exhaustion. The unspoken burden of always being strong. Kind people often become the emotional backbone for everyone around them. They listen, they comfort, they absorb. But when they finally need support, the room becomes empty. People love having a strong friend, but rarely want to be strong for them. This imbalance breaks something inside. They start realizing that the love they offered so freely was never truly returned. The moment they notice the pattern. There's a moment, quiet, devastating, when a kind person realizes they're valued more for their usefulness than their presence. That realization pierces deeper than betrayal. It's the moment they stop seeing relationships as mutual and start seeing them as extraction. And once they see it, they can't unsee it. When gratitude turns into expectation. At first, people appreciate their kindness, but slowly that appreciation shifts into expectation. Kindness becomes duty, help becomes obligation. And when the kind person dares to say no, suddenly they're difficult, distant, or selfish. That's the moment they begin to withdraw. The emotional erosion nobody sees. Every time their kindness is taken without return, they shrink a little. They laugh less. They speak softer. They expect less. They don't complain. Kind people rarely do. They internalize. They endure. They hope. But even the softest hearts have limits. And once those limits are crossed, something irreversible happens. When silence becomes their protection. Coldness doesn't begin with anger. It begins with silence. They stop explaining themselves. They stop justifying their feelings. They stop trying to fix what others keep breaking. Silence becomes their shield. Distance becomes their boundary. And the world misreads it as change, when really, it's healing. The emotional shutdown. Eventually, they stop expecting anything. Support, reciprocity, empathy, effort. Expectations have disappointed them too many times. This emotional shutdown isn't coldness, it's self-preservation. It's choosing peace over pain. They didn't become cold, they became careful. How their kindness slowly rebuilds into walls. They begin to notice who only comes around when they need something. They recognize emotional leeches, manipulators, and takers hiding behind smiles. And instead of confronting them, they withdraw. Quietly, strategically, completely. With every retreat, the walls get higher. The transformation others don't understand. People around them say, "You've changed." But what they really mean is, "You stopped letting me use you." Coldness is simply the new boundary protecting the kindness that remains. And only those who value it genuinely will ever see it again. Why coldness feels safer than vulnerability. They learn that vulnerability without safety becomes self-destruction. So they choose distance over disappointment. Coldness becomes the shield that kindness never had. It's not who they want to be, but who life has forced them to become. How they love differently after being hurt. When they love again, they love quietly, slowly, hesitantly. They give, but not endlessly. They trust, but not blindly. Their heart still has warmth, but it has conditions now. Conditions built from pain. And anyone who wants access to that warmth must prove they won't misuse it. The rise of self-respect. With distance comes clarity. They finally see who drained them and who truly cared. They stop accepting crumbs. They stop tolerating disrespect. They stop apologizing for things that were never their fault. And in this transformation, something powerful is born. Self-respect. The new form of their kindness. Their kindness returns, but differently. Sharper, selective, boundaried. Not everyone gets access anymore. Only the genuine feel their warmth now. Why their coldness is not the ending. When kind people become cold, it's not the death of compassion, it's the birth of wisdom. Coldness is not who they are, it's who they become when the world abuses their softness. Final message. If you've ever been the kind one who turned cold, you're not alone. Your heart changed because your environment demanded it. Subscribe or follow for deeper insights into human behavior, emotional transformation, and personal resilience. Every lesson helps you become wiser, stronger, and harder to manipulate.